A new dawn, a new day, a new series to tackle. What is up, people? It is me, Monster58. Welcome back to another episode of Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered. In the last episode, we did enough events in the sports series as well as the traffic patrol unit to both unlock the new series in both the cop and the racer career. In the cop career, that being the highway patrol unit, and in the racer career, that being the performance series. Both of these series and units are meant to go up against each other, as evident by the order of them being unlocked in. And so we're going to start off today by going into the racer career, and we are going to start off with a race. Now, this race is only limited to one of the new cars that we unlocked in the previous episode, which is going to be the Chevrolet Camaro SS. So, what I'm going to end up doing is you guys might notice that the back half of the video looks a little bit long, and that's just due to the fact that there was a lot of cars that we ended up unlocking in these in the previous episodes for this series, in both the performance series and then the highway patrol unit. And so those are going to be loaded with the descriptions of all the cars that I wasn't able to get to, since obviously we didn't unlock the series in the first place. And so since this event only allows us to use the Camaro, we'll start off with this beast. Might as well go with the yellow. I'll record this and see you guys in the event. So yeah, as she stated in the description of the vehicle, what we get here with the Camaro is this is a generation where they started to try to more match, the Europeans when it comes to the, independent front and rear suspension, all that stuff, just to make sure that this car was well made and well built. And even though this certainly was an improvement over the previous generation of Camaro, at the end of the day, it's no Porsche Cayman, right? Got a ton of muscle cars here, which makes a ton of sense. Got Shelby GT500, got Challengers. Now I'll say, if you're not getting a Hellcat or you're not getting a Demon, Red Eye, or anything like that for the Challengers, my goodness, please do not get the base Challenger. I don't know. I've never been a personal fan of it. No disrespect if you own one. It's just, I don't know. I've never thought it was all that nice car, because I always thought it was really fake. It's trying to be something that it's clearly not. Because the base Challengers have an automatic transmission. They feel like boats. Obviously, they're only meant to go in a straight line, but still, I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of fake vents in the car, too. I just feel like that the base Challengers aren't all that amazing vehicles. I don't like them all that much. But getting into the game, got a simple race here. The thing about this car in this game, and any of the muscle cars in this game, is they do feel fun, but definitely you can feel the difference between this and like one of the Porsches that we've driven in the cop career as well as the racer career, when it comes to just like the ability for this thing to slide. This feels more like a boat, very similar to the Charger in the sports series, but when it comes to this car, at the very least, they have improved some of the stuff just due to the fact that this car, IRL, is a arguably better handling car than the Charger. So, alright, we're coming up to another shortcut here. This is a fun little shortcut. I enjoy taking this one, especially if I do it right. There we go. Just gotta flick it in. Now, when it comes to this car, I have seen I believe the ZL1 package, which has a lot of horsepower. I don't exactly remember how much. I'll put that on screen right now. I've seen a few really raw packages for this car. Now, the version of this car that gets me is, I believe, the Hennessy's version of it. I believe Jack Ultramotive has a video where he has the Exorcist, I believe, and also the Grand Tour / Top Gear. They ended up doing their like 3 muscle car special, and one of them was the Exorcist, and has like 1,000 some horsepower. Absolutely terrifying. But yeah, I guess to connect this to the Transformers series, because this is Bumblebee, the one thing I will mention, I know I mentioned this in the previous episode, but I'll talk about it again for those of you who don't know. The color that Bumblebee was when this car was initially in the first 2007 Transformers movie, that's a custom color. That's why if you look at the yellows that you can get for this car, none of them will actually match Bumblebee's color, because that was a custom color from Chevrolet for Bumblebee. Got another Chevrolet. We got the Grand Sport for the series that is after the Performance series, the Super series. Very cool Corvette Grand Sport. I do like this generation of Corvette, but we can't deny that the back like whole bumper of the car is unfortunately just like, I think it's just like fiberglass or very bendable, because if you push in on like the middle, the whole the whole back of the car flexes. So next event, let's get into a hot pursuit.
The cops in Seacrest County continue to increase their presence. To fight fire with fire, your car has been fitted with a police-spec EMP system. The EMP system fires a directed electromagnetic pulse from your car to a target vehicle. The system requires an active lock-on to correctly track the target. Once fired, you are required to keep the target car within range and line of sight for the tracking system to engage. If a cop is hit with the EMP, their patrol car will be damaged and temporarily disabled. Use the time wisely.
So yes, as she stated, we did get into the EMP as a new weapon. Now this is a weapon that is both accessible to both the cops and the racers. It's not unique to either side. And so I will demonstrate how this really works in game, because it's harder to explain it rather than just show you how it works. So what I'm also going to do, we got the Maserati Gran Cabrio, which is actually it's the only car that we can take in here. So I will record this. Catch you guys in the event. You know, when it comes to Maserati, I've always appreciated the level of sound and beauty that those cars encapsulate. I've seen a few Gran Turismos in my lifetime, and good lord, those things sound like a dream, man. Absolutely sound like a dream. Looks like we got some Italian fun here. Got some Alphas. Oh, got an Alpha. It's just me and Alpha, and we have ourselves a Maserati. So, let's get into it. So when it comes to EMPs, not only can you use them on cops, but you can also, obviously, as evident by like the video that they showed, the little description of it, you can also use it on your fellow racers. So a Mustang, Shelby GT500, and the zeros on that were definitely not spaced out they were supposed to. If I do get the chance, I'll show the EMP. If the cop gets in front of me, we'll see if he does. Usually when they get spike strips and they have the ability to, they'll speed in front of you, so maybe we'll get the chance to do it then, but I don't know. Hey, what's up? No, you're not. Nope. Got a roadblock coming in. I think I'll throw down the spike strip here. If I can. Where's the. There it is. Okay. The hell out of here.
Spike strip online.
Aw, damn. I wasn't able to hit that guy. I was really hoping to hit him. I guess I'll show it off. The way it works is you see that little target. You have to get a lock on the car in front of you. And then the thing is you have to keep them in range and out within your line of sight. When it comes to the EMP, once it hits, it's just like a big pulse. It kind of messes up the car for a bit, prevents you from using weapons for a few seconds, and gets you into a drift. Oh, no. Get the... got him! But gets you into, if you get hit by it, it forces your car into a drift for a second. You get hit, prevents you from using weapons for a few seconds, and it does a lot of damage. So now it can be easily dodged if a car stops and gets out of your line of sight, but you have to be facing the back of the car. Like, your car has to be facing the back of the car that you're trying to hit, and you have to stay locked the whole time. I honestly thought I was going to crash there, which is why I shut up for a second. Oh boy, here comes the Mustangs. I can't dodge that, idiot. He's coming up. I can see him. What's up, buddy? Woo! Get out of here. Oh no. 1 mile. Ooh! Ooh, we barely made it through that. Finish line, finish line. It's right there at the end of the bridge. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And boom, let's go. Whew, that was a little scary at the end there, because the Alpha 8C caught up real quick on us. I wasn't exactly. I was a little spooked out there. A little spooked out. Yes, new level. Let's go. We are now rank 4 as a racer. Very, very nice. One for extreme speeding. I'm now a target. I'm now a target. Okay. Very cool. Yeah, new car. Let's go. Let's go. A Tudoru, the Impreza WX STI. It's funny how you unlock cars in the previous series, and which reminds me, I will go find this, select it, record it, and I will chuck it at the end of the video so you guys can see that at the end of the video. And also at the end of the videos, when it comes to setting up like the order in which I'm putting the cars at, like I'll start off with the lowest series of cars and work my way up. So like if we unlock a sports series car and a performance series car in the same episode, or a traffic unit and a highway patrol unit, I'll put the lower series cars first, and we'll do that obviously in order. So with that, let's get into the cop career. We first got ourselves an interceptor for the highway patrol unit.
You've been granted use of the new EMP system. The EMP system fires a directed electromagnetic pulse from your car to a targeted suspect. The system requires an active lock-on to correctly track the target. Once fired, you are required to keep the target car within range and line of sight for the tracking system to engage.
So yeah, the exact same thing as we saw in the racer side of things, just the cop has access to it. Looking here, we do have access to all of these cars, so I think the car that we are going to choose, because I love it the most, we're going to do the TTRS. So I will record all of these cars, and I will see you guys in the event. Alright, getting into it, we have 5 EMPs and no spike strips, but we do have one of my favorite little, like, daily driverable cars of all time, at least from what I've seen. Audi TTRS. I love the look of this thing, always have. Can't go wrong with this. This guy, now this is where we'll really be able to demonstrate, I think, the EMP here.
Customized jammer equipment. Command Central has approved EMPs for immediate use. Proceed with caution.
Because it makes sense here, I will say that the one thing that racers have access to is this thing called a jammer, and because it's relevant here, I'll talk about it now. Basically, it jams all weapons used by the cops for a certain amount of time, so they can't use literally anything. So if you watch me, you see there's the new AI for or the better AI for the racers in these interceptor events where they will take off, and there's the jammer. So usually what they'll do is, like, if you use the EMP, they'll jam the EMP just before it hits, and that's what you should do as a racer when you have access to the jammer. So now, since it's on cooldown, this is how the EMP works, and then when it goes like that, boom, bam, got him. Let's see, is this guy gonna slow down? Come here. Surprised he doesn't have any spike strips or anything like that. He probably, yeah, there it is. I was gonna say he probably has the jammer back online, so he's gonna use it. So we're gonna hit him here. And I think if I hit him one more time after this. Oh no, it just killed him. Okay, just absolutely annihilated him. All right. So you guys see how the EMP works. It's basically once the target fully does that full circle, and then the lines all line up again, boom, that's when it hits. And that's why you have to keep the car within your sight lines, because if they like turn around or something, they will escape it as if you don't have the lock on. So cool stuff there. Nice. We're almost at rank 4. New car, let's take a look. Aston Martin DBS with the Rapid Deploy unit. Now this is very similar to the Super Series for the racer side of the career. This is the next unit up from the Highway Patrol unit. So definitely cool stuff there. Let's take a look at some of the events. We got a Rapid Response, and we have another Interceptor. So might as well, let's see. We just did an Interceptor. Might as well switch it up with a Rapid Response. And I think that it's a good time to do the rapid response, because with this, there is something I can actually talk about here with regards to the actual cars that are accessible to us in the Performance Series. So, for a nice driving experience, let's take the Tarja, and we will be good to go. So, one thing I'd like to talk about here when it comes to the Performance Series is that in the original game, there was a car called the Carbon Motors E7, and it was an exclusive car to the cop side of the career in the Performance series. Now, that car is completely absent from this game, from the remaster.
Central to all
Part of me
units,
believes
officers
that
require assistance on South Face Drive.
it was mainly due to the fact that that car was a concept car from a small company, and unfortunately, that probably put the
All
car in
units respond
licensing
to an
hell,
emergency
as
situation.
many cars were also put. There was a few cars that were also put in licensing hell in this game that were in the original version but didn't make it to the final version. But since we are beginning the Performance series, I thought I'd mention it and throw some pictures up on screen about it because it is something that I wanted to address here. And unfortunately, I'm not sure. As we get into the career, I'll mention it more, but I'm not sure, and I don't think that there was a car that necessarily replaced the Carbon Motors E7 in the performance side of the career for the remastered version of this game. So, but one thing I can tell you right now is driving this car in comparison to driving the Camaro. Oh my God! And this thing turns on a dime. It's way easier to control. The Porsches in this game are incredibly fun to drive and easy to control, which is fine by me. So yeah, some interesting things between the remastered and the original version. This version of the remastered and the original version. So this car also sounds great. I'll just let you guys take a listen for a second. Can't go wrong with that flat six engine, man. It's such a dream. Who knew Porsche could make a flat six sound so freaking good? Looks like we got this in the bag. Got a minute and a half and 2.5 miles. I think we're pretty damn good here. As you can also see, as we're getting into these higher events, we're starting to get into some higher top speeds as well. And so it's pretty awesome today, and I missed the freaking shortcut because I'm really good at paying attention when I'm commentating. Alright, fellas, we're going to take this last shortcut here. This is a very, shortcut, but it still works out if you take it right and not do that. So yeah. We have completed the second top event of the day. See what else we got here. Are we going to hit... Oh, we're almost level 4 in the cop. Kind of sucks. We weren't able to get there, but it's alright. Got another car. Shelby GT500. Very, very cool. So we'll be definitely taking a look at this in the next episode. So very cool stuff. And speaking of next episode, I think that is a very nice place to end there. We got to almost rank 4 with both the cop and the racer career, as well as we completed a ton of events and started in the performance series. And so, guys, with that out of the way, I will thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. Please like, comment, rate, subscribe, share this video with your friends. Also, follow me on the socials linked in the description below. And with that, in the next episode, we will continue doing more of these performance series events and driving some of the new cars that we unlocked. So I'll leave you guys with the descriptions of these vehicles, and I will catch you guys in the next episode. Thank you guys again so much for taking the time to watch this video. Peace.
Even the line between concept and reality was beautifully drawn. After a 7-year wait, the new Chevrolet Camaro is back and honors the style and performance of the original 60s Camaro. The SS is the performance version of the Camaro, which includes a 6.2-liter V8, an independent front and rear suspension that is a first for Chevrolet Camaro. The complete package gives the driver confidence due to its stability when cornering, featuring classic Camaro proportions including a long wheelbase, V-shaped nose, and a 2.5-inch power dome in the aluminum hood. The twin raised roof takes cues from Corvette to give the new Camaro a distinctive Chevrolet appearance. The Motonese company's first true 4-seater cabrio is a new and important chapter in Maserati's history. Grand Cabrio is designed for those who take pleasure from good taste and who appreciate Italian power and elegance. Timing of the 4.7-liter naturally aspirated V8 is controlled by 2 overhead camshafts per bank and 4 valves per cylinder, making the engine very smooth. The car's handling is predictable as the weight distribution is only slightly biased towards the rear, even with the roof down, thanks mainly to the engine's position behind the front axle. Created by Pininfarina, the Grand Cabrio has a sinuous, feline beauty, accentuated by a reduced ground clearance and long bonnet. chrome detailing adorns the car in a continuous trim that encircles the cabin and the trident at the car's nose. Vorsprung durch Technik, lead through technology. 3 words that express the very essence of Audi. The TTRS features an aluminum Audi space frame, which is rigid, strong, and incredibly light. As well as improving safety and agility, it also helps fuel consumption. The Audi TTRS has a turbocharged 2.5-liter TFSI engine that produces 340 horsepower and 450 newton-meters of torque, making it the most powerful TT ever produced. A high-performance chassis and quattro all-wheel drive complete this exhilarating sports car. The TTRS has been given a smooth, flowing design. As a result, its drag coefficient, a measure of aerodynamic resistance, remains surprisingly low. Even standing still, the XK looks fast. Its sweeping, athletic lines and muscular rear haunches exude immense visual energy. Fast has never looked this seductive. Visual energy is created by an aluminum skin stretched taut over the light, yet strong and immensely rigid body structure. This energy comes from the XKR's purity of design, with sculpted surface created to cut the air with aerodynamic efficiency, delivering the visual promise of breathtaking performance and driving excitement. This strong and lightweight advanced aluminum body architecture is the key to maximizing the car's performance, dynamic agility, competitive CO2 emissions, and fuel economy. Jaguar's racing heart beats fastest in this supercharged XKR. Powered by Jaguar's 5-liter supercharged V8 engine, it is the finest expression of XK power and performance. Make conscious decisions, and be governed by nothing other than one's own free will. This is the only way Porsche know how to build a car. 6 horizontally opposed cylinders define the Cayman-S's naturally aspirated flat 6 and enabled its mass to be positioned lower in the car. Although the engine is naturally aspirated, a 2-stage resonance effect creates oscillations in the intake manifold, which generates a turbocharging effect and optimizes induction. To further reduce lift and to add to the overall performance and sporty feel, the front has been restyled with enlarged air intakes. There is a constant interaction of convex and concave curves that create a style like no other. Vorsprung durch Technik, lead through technology. 3 words that express the very essence of Audi. The TTRS features an aluminum Audi space frame, which is rigid, strong, and incredibly light. As well as improving safety and agility, it also helps fuel consumption. The Audi TTRS has a turbocharged 2.5-liter TFSI engine that produces 340 horsepower and 450 newton-meters of torque, making it the most powerful TT ever produced. A high-performance chassis and quattro all-wheel drive complete this exhilarating sports car. The TTRS has been given a smooth, flowing design. As a result, its drag coefficient, a measure of aerodynamic resistance, remains surprisingly low. Coupe or cabriolet? Why not have both? The Targa design offers a panoramic glass roof which forms an integral part of the car's body. While the connection to the sky has been made more transparent, the connection to the ground has been solidified with an all-wheel drive transmission. The amount of fuel injected directly into the engine is carefully controlled electromagnetically. This controls the efficiency, power, and also improves the internal cooling of the engine. The 3.8-liter power plant can now generate 385 bhp at 6,500 RPM. Based on the 911 Carrera, including its very low drag coefficient, the Targa 4S has larger air intakes to increase cooling power and give an even more dynamic appearance. Its imposing LED taillights are drawn right into the wing, making them unmistakable, especially at night. Built like an athlete, the Gran Turismo S Automatic maintains the purity of the original's lines while providing power, driving pleasure, and still has space for 4 adults. When revving above 3,000 RPM on the move, the exhaust valves open to allow the exhaust gases to escape more quickly, creating a lower back pressure and a peak power of 440 bhp. The effect of the self-adapting gearbox is a smooth ride at low revs and consistent power delivery at high revs. New side spoilers add to the dynamic look, and new 20-inch wheel rims that mirror the design of the famous Trident logo render Pininfarina's work of art even more intriguing. The grille has concave vertical slats that give the appearance of inhaling air even when stationary.
My ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft. You can change lives. You create.